Welcome back, my fellow Fallout 4 junkies! The day that I, and maybe you too, thought would never come has arrived. After 3 long years of promising a raider racetrack, here it is! I completely scrapped the unfinished old design and started from scratch. I spent about a month working on it on most days, and I'm finally happy with the result. So let's dive right into the Nuka World Demolition Derby on the Daredevil racetrack. I'll fly over the track first and will then walk you through the whole area. And at the end I will actually ride the track in first person on a motorcycle. If you can wait for the grand finale, skip to 20 minutes and 25 seconds. This obstacle course is riddled with traps. Spring traps, spike traps, saw blades, flamethrowers, Tesla traps, regular spikes left and right, and even a truck that explodes under the contestants if they're not fast enough. Few of the Daredevils complete the race unharmed, or at all. Guns are not allowed, but shoving their rivals into the spikes is a good strategy. Getting everyone else killed is the key to victory here. The prize for surviving the race and coming in first is a badass Raider power armor. The chances of making it out alive are pretty slim, however. This racetrack is slaughter. But since raiders have no fear and believe they are all winners, there is no shortage of volunteers for the grand prize. And the race draws a crowd from all over the Commonwealth. The Demolition Derby happens about once a month. The grand prize hasn't been won in several months. Obviously this track is designed to kill everyone, but once in a while one raider makes it out alive. So let's check this place out. First, you want to buy a ticket to the race for a few caps from Ticket Taddy, a lovely raider girl who enjoys mauling people and eating mud fruit. Don't poke the bear, guys.
Farming's as honest work gets.
Yeah, these are regular settlers since I killed all the Nuka World Raiders in my game. That's my one gripe with the build. Next thing you want to do is get lots of chems, of course. Our friendly dealer here with the ironic name Buzzkill will hook you up with the basics. Once you're hooked up, enjoy some beautiful toilet poetry. I would have loved to add lots of spectators, like 30 or something on each of the bleachers, but we all know the game wouldn't be able to handle it, plus I reached my 55 settler limit anyway. This place is as populated as possible, which is not a lot, but I tried. So let's pretend it's still early in the morning and the bulk of the crowd is yet to come. Yeah, that's about the best I can do for immersive world building here. And yep, we even have visitors from Far Harbor here.
Hello, sir.
Today's race has 5 contestants. This here is Raging Bull.
Can't remember the last time I had clean fingernails.
Next up is the Terminator, who will be riding a tractor, because why not? Number 3 is Scarface, one of 2 ghoul raiders. Number 4 is Taxi Driver, who will be riding an actual taxi from a mod.
Hello, sir.
And number 5 will be the sole survivor, who goes by the name of Gremlin today. And yes, the nicknames are all 70s and 80s movies. Lame, I know, I just couldn't help myself. Many visitors like to bet on their favorite driver. Who would you bet on?
Need something?
In between the races, raiders work on pimping their rides. Most of them use old vehicles. The smaller ones are popular, so are motorcycles. It's easier to avoid obstacles with them. They are easier to crash against the spikes and brake faster, however, so some prefer bigger rides. Any vehicle that fits onto the track is allowed. Here's a junk car I designed from scratch. It was a real challenge finding parts that fit. There is a very limited selection of parts if you don't rotate and scale, which I don't. Took me about an hour to finish it. I think it turned out cool in the end, but let me know what you think.
If we had a good supply of clean water, things would be pretty good.
This is Stitch, the surgeon, if you want to call him that. If somebody is still breathing by the end of the race, he'll try to stop the bleeding. The success rate is very low. Rocket, the gun dealer, will sell you anything for the right price, or the right amount of chems. He also accepts vodka. They've got a working tow truck to get all the car wrecks off the track. This side of the settlement is where all the current and future Daredevils live, until they eventually all go out in a blaze of glory. The trashed vehicles get dumped here, and at some point the parts get repurposed into junk walls. This is one of several repair and tool shops. There's a joke somewhere in here about the deer caught in the headlights. In any case, this is Buckshot the mechanic. Here's another Raider quad bike. This mod works in the following manner. You build one of several different models at a quad bike workbench. The bikes need to be equipped as grenades. You throw the bike grenade and the bike will pop up. Then you can ride it. The bike itself has the AI of a creature, I believe. It moves a bit on its own and will run away when attacked. It's pretty funny. The shacks are nothing more than crash pads for drunk and high raiders. So there's nothing in there but mattresses and booze and chems and a few cans of food. Well, some raiders store their mechanic tools in the shacks too. But I wanted everything to look properly filthy and disgusting. Yet there is a sense of community among the Daredevils at Nuka World. What's left of them after the sole survivor purged the place? The survivors of the three gangs get along here. They're all here to have fun. Of course, they don't care who gets themselves killed. They find it funny, but outside of the competition, it's a relatively friendly place for a raider camp. Maybe one stabbing a day, no big deal. No slaves, no torture. It's a celebration of chem-powered madness, a celebration of raider freedom, doing their own thing.
Easy living? This ain't.
That's the other tool shop. I did nothing with the small room in the back. Sorry, figured it can stay like that. This is the Raider quad bike workbench, which is also a pretty nice looking prop. At first I was going to do the racetrack on a quad bike, but the third person view is zoomed out quite a bit, and it looks very floaty. They're fun to ride though. The chemistry stations are from a mod called Chem Cookers. Once you have assigned a settler, the station will produce Jet or Psycho or Mentats. So if you want to build an automated chem empire, this is how you do it. They produce a shit ton of chems for the endless influx of daredevils and spectators. It's a very lucrative theme park. And of course it's run by the operators, right? Some of these funny hats and outfits are from a mod called Grease Red Garbs. Pretty awesome collection, fits well with a raider themed settlement. I figured raiders are superstitious, and so I added a little fortune teller shack. Bones will of course tell every single Daredevil that they will win the race. Somehow nobody ever noticed.
Go ahead.
I assigned 2 raiders to the cooking stations, but looks like they're walking around right now. The grand prize is locked inside the garage. The winner gets to pick one of the 2 power armors, either the Nuka-Cola one or the horse one. No theme park is complete without a gift shop. Even raiders like trinkets, especially the ones from outside Nuka World.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
Yeah?
Hello, sir.
The bar is run by the operators. I try to combine raider decorations with Nuka World stuff, and I also added tire furniture.
Need to get back to Diamond City one of these days. Biggest town I ever saw.
Sadly, the tire chairs cannot be sat on for some reason, so at night the raider settlers only gather on bar stools.
Wish I could say I had half the guts you do.
A preview of Back Alley Hat Bowling. Yes, it is exactly what you're imagining. The hats belong to Daredevils who didn't make it. No innocent Commonwealth citizens were harmed for this video.
It never changes.
This is a water station, right next to the body pile of dead raiders. Yeah, I figured raiders don't really care about the smell. And next to the body pile there is even a cooking station out here. This raider is supposed to stir the pot, but well. Another makeshift toilet. Most people here just pee behind the shacks though. This side of the settlement is the arcade area, obviously.
Yeah?
Completely stupid side note, I couldn't get the settlers to stand just anywhere here, even though it's the exact same floor. No, these 2 machines are the only 2 they would stand in front of. Makes no sense, but that's Bethesda modding for ya. I had the exact same problem with the bleachers. Certain spots were no good. The waving bottle statues are a small mod. Looks so awesome, really glad I downloaded it. And this here is Bumper Cars Deathmatch. Grab a melee weapon, the survivor wins a prize. Good luck because this place is electrifying. I really like how this turned out. This is the securely locked away prize box. Nobody knows what's in there. Could be an awesome weapon, could be a crate of Nuka-Cola Victory. Or teddy bears. It's a gamble.
Be careful out there.
The spectators crash here for a few days and keep themselves amused by all the carnage. In the back here there's a well and a cramped arrangement of small shacks. Nothing interesting to see here really, just more trash and filth. I wish there was a mod that adds placeable bloodstains for floors and walls. I've got all kinds of goop piles from various weapons but no actual bloodstains. I could really use them. I always imagine raider settlements to be covered in blood and vomit and other bodily fluids. So if there's a mod creator watching this video by any chance, please make a bloodstain mod. I'll give you half of my bagel. If anybody else knows a mod that does that already, please let me know in the comments.
Yes?
Hey,
Oh, there she is. Yeah, let's keep roasting a mutant hound. Looks good. Okay, let's quickly run to the entrance of one of the bleachers. There's a narrow passage next to the track. This is the only section of the bleachers, aside from the one next to the settlement entrance, that has direct access. The other two areas can only be reached by climbing over the junk fences. This obviously isn't a safe family Disney World, so people can be expected to find their own way to the spectators' scaffolding.
I didn't sleep very good last night.
Why'd you take a night off?
I'll show you the settlement layout from above now before riding the racetrack. I'm pretty happy with the look of the place now. I like how trashy it looks. I made heavy use of junk wall prefabs. The most difficult part was designing the racetrack itself. The first version I started building about 3 years ago looked more like a parkour design. I never liked it. And raiders are not known for finesse, so in August I scrapped everything and went for something simpler. What this needed to be was a demolition derby. Only a number of moderate and wide ramps. The track needed to be accessible to bigger vehicles. And it needed to be about getting your opponents impaled or chopped to pieces. After I was done, I briefly struggled with setting up the interior of the settlement. Took me a while to get the arcade part done in a way I found visually pleasing. Once the basic layout was done, adding more clutter was easy. The biggest time sink by now is navigating my bloated workshop menus. Takes forever to find what I'm looking for these days. It's a bit annoying. So what I end up doing is going through every single tab, and when I find something I like, I place it somewhere to be used later. Which then of course requires a lot of running around and distributing all stuff. The area around one side of the gas station I left empty. the Daredevils need to test drive their rides a bit, right? I normally like to build cramped places, but here I needed to balance shacks to house all the raiders with space to actually drive the cars. And now of course it remains a total mystery how they got their rides inside in the first place. Oh, I think the race is about to start, guys. The bets are placed. Let's go! Daredevil, start the engines! 3, 2, 1, go! Let's see how far the limbs fly this time. The gremlin is in the lead already, getting smoothly up to the first ramp. Oh, Rageable got almost shoved over the edge. Oh, close call. And onto barbecue lane. Woohoo! Anybody order bacon? He's going left, evading the saw blade. Oh, you're no fun, buddy. Oh, Tesla traps got activated and shot taxi driver who was about to take over. Too bad. Now will Gremlin make it over the truck before it explodes? Woohoo! Look at that explosion! Close call, buddy. Looks like Scarface is the one got blown to pieces. Ha! No big loss. He was too ugly anyway. Will Gremlin make it to the end? Everybody else is already out. Only the firewall is left. Let's hope he gets enough air or he'll be impaled by the spikes like so many before him. And he made it! But oh, watch out for those grenades. Wouldn't want to get fried on the finishing line. Wow, what a race, everyone! Haven't seen a Daredevil survive this track in a while. What a show! My heart is still pounding, everyone. Indeed, he can still walk. Amazing, and he's barely bleeding. What a glorious victory! Come over here, Gremlin, and grab your prize. Okay, those were the most embarrassing 2 minutes of my life trying to be a crazy raider chick. I'm so sorry you had to suffer through this. I was hoping it would turn out better than it did. Silence would probably have been better. So, thanks for not turning off the video at this point. Except for the past 2 minutes, I hope you enjoyed watching this Raider race track. I had a lot of fun building it. I think this one is one of my favorites already. I just wish I could have had real raiders saying raider things. That would have been more immersive. I tried spawning them with console, but their behavior was weird. I have updated my mod list with all the new mods used for this build, so check it out if you want. I forgot to show the race suit I downloaded and put on a Raider Sports commentator. She's standing on a car next to the starting line behind a mic. You can make her out for a split second if you pay attention. As usual, thank you all for watching and supporting my tiny channel. I'm happy about every sweet comment I receive. Not sure what settlement I will build next. I've got a ton of ideas, just don't know which one it will be yet. Stay tuned and see you next time.